What's up, and welcome to another episode, Master Moats Film Session. And today, we got to talk about this defense, man. They put together some hot stuff versus the Ravens. Now, granted, we wanted more, but there was some plays that stood out, man. So, of course, we're going to talk about those, and hopefully, we'll see these pop up in another positive manner come Monday night in that playoffs. But you know the drill. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Notification bell as well. And now let's get to the tape. All right, so on this first play, it's the TJ Watt interception. And the thing that I like is coverage-wise, guys are where they are supposed to be, right? Now, in terms of what Baltimore's trying to do, starting this thing off, man, they're trying to throw the comeback route to DeAndre Hopkins at the top of the screen over here. Now, it is initially open, right? In terms of the stop element of it, JPJ would have either, tackled this or maybe have closed in and got a PBU on it. But as a whole, coverage is where they're supposed to be, right? You don't see anybody just running free. So I do like that element of it. But now when we get to the end zone copy, you really get a chance to appreciate what takes place here with this pass rush and, of course, 90. But in terms of the rush, starts up front, right? The guy's doing a good job of being balanced, right? You see two guys in terms of Cam Hayward, Alex Heismith on one side of Lamar Jackson. Then you have Keanu Benton and TJ Watt on the other side. Why is that important? When you're playing against a mobile quarterback like Lamar Jackson, when you get three guys to one side or even four guys to one side or the other versus a quarterback like him, he's able to take off with clear rushing lanes. So you want to be balanced with your rush. But the thing that, really stands out, though, is when you're rushing against a quarterback and you don't feel like you're going to get there, right, to get the QB hit or to get the sack. We are taught as defenders, man, get your eyes on the quarterback and get ready to put your hands up when he throws the football, right? Or when that front arm comes off of the football, which is the true indicator for when it's going to be a pass. And Alex Heisman does a great job of that. He realizes, okay, I got a chip. All right, cool, man. My rush is kind of stopped. Man, Lamar's about to throw it. Let me get a hand up, and boom. Beautiful job. Now, Cam Hayward, peep the vet. Watch 97 celebrate like he hit this ball. Smart move. Now, I thought they were going to give it to him because of that celebrating at the end. Ultimately, Heisman gets the statistical nod. But really, really good job by him, just understanding the fundamentals. And when you watch 90, this is why TJ is TJ. The awareness, the hand-eye, man, let me transition from trying to kill Lamar Jackson as I'm rushing this quarterback to, ball here, right on time, interception. That's 90 for you, man. That is 90. It was awesome to see him back out there. All right, now in this play right here, we got to talk that Herbig sack, and I was really a fan of the overall setup of this play. Terrell Lawson doesn't get enough credit in this regard. What we're doing right here, man, is creating a one-on-one, right? We talk about, can you be in control on defense? Can you be on the attack on defense? That's most definitely what this is. So wide angle, we're going to just talk coverage-wise, right? From a coverage perspective, it's a combination of cover one with two edge rushers dropping out. The edge rushers being TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith. I know people are like, yo, you are crazy. Simulated pressure is what we call it, though, right? It's the illusion of a blitz, but it's still seven guys in coverage because Nick Herbig and Patrick Queen are rushing on this, and we'll talk more about that element when we get to the end zone copy. But just sideline copy exclusively, we're the open guys, right? We see Zay Flowers trying to create some separation towards the end of the play, but JPJ does an excellent job on this route right here, getting hands on him early, and then from there, man, making sure that he doesn't do anything to pull or restrict him. Same with in the slot on the top of the screen as well, man. The coverage guys, man, Pierre and company, everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, and I even love TJ and Highsmith coaching points right here. As they're dropping out, their eyes are inside on the quarterback, and they're in what we call the hot throwing lane, or where the slant ball would be coming out. So that way, if a quarterback, is confused by this, he might literally hit you in the face with the football. So that's why Highsmith and TJ are dropping with that technique right there. Now, let's get to the end zone copy so you can really appreciate what Terrell Austin cooked up right here and the execution of it, all right? So you see Herbig 51 and Patrick Queen. Those are your inside linebackers. They play 51 like he is a will linebacker, not a outside linebacker. Like, he is a inside backer. They drop him a lot. They rush him a lot. That is very smart. Now, personnel grouping, this is 3 outside linebackers, right? Nick Herbig, Alex Highsmith, and TJ Watt. From there, you have Aziz 93 as your left down D tackle. He can also moonlight as an outside linebacker, which we've used him at times. And then you have Cam Hayward on the right D tackle spot, who we know what Big Killer Cam going to do. But what we're trying to get accomplished here is a one-on-one on the running back, and we want 51 specifically on that running back. So watch how they send Patrick Queen first as the penetrator. And why do you do that? Because it makes the center have to go. If the center just allows Patrick Queen to free rush across his face, he's going to hit Lamar Jackson. You can't have that. And it makes it a little bit too much of a challenge on the running back. So instead, you see them slide to Patrick Queen, or not slide to Patrick Queen. You see the center take Patrick Queen, which then creates the matchup we're looking for. The one-on-one of Nick Herbig on a running back. If you align Nick Herbig at outside linebacker, that running back matchup is going to be a chip block, or that running back is going to step up and take Patrick Queen. And that's not what we're looking for when you're getting outside linebacker on offensive tackle. But when you get this matchup, outside linebacker on running back, watch how Herbig just disposes of them. It's a heavy advantage in our favor, and that's us creating a one-on-one. That's Terrell Lawson scheming up, hey, how can I get my best players on their players that aren't their best, right? And that's what this is right here. But we don't always look at this as unique disguise. We don't always look at this as, man, this is very, very high level, but this is all of those things, man. I'm trying to create a one-on-one. I'm trying to create a matchup, and I'm going to make you react a certain way. And then from there, you get the execution by Nick Herbig. Excellent job, big fella. Excellent job. That's my flying Hawaiian. Now we got to talk some Alex Highsmith, because he had a nice sack right here, man. I love the effort, the play recognition as a whole. For Baltimore, man, they're trying to run a screen to the running back, man, a little bit longer developing play. But Alex Highsmith, man, his recognition, his athleticism, along with the pursuit of Y.A. Black make this play. Now, from the sideline copy, just coverage standpoint wise, we're playing a cover 2 and we're inverting it, right? So you can see where Ramsey walks down post snap to get that, vertical hook type of element defender. But as a whole, man, this is just cover 2, but all they're doing is just inverting the pieces in terms of who's dropping to where, right? So we don't have to spend too much time on that, but it is a nice change up by Terrell Lawson coverage wise. It's a screenplay, but watch Alex Highsmith, and after we watch Alex Highsmith, then we're going to come back and watch 94. But for Highsmith, he sees a couple of things. Man, he's initially thinking, I'm about to get a chip block, so he's adjusting his rush. Then once he realizes, man, 79 just pushed me by. As an edge rusher, the only time you're getting pushed towards the quarterback is if it's a screen or a draw. So put your foot in the ground and retrace. So you see Alex Highsmith, instead of doing that because he gets the pump fake, he does what we are taught not to do, which is leave your feet. And the reason why we don't do that is because you can see right here, the pump and go. He pumps him. Alex is in the air. Now he's outside the pocket. That's what you don't want, especially versus an athletic quarterback. Now the difference is this. Y.A. Black pulls this up. Of course, Brandon Echols pulls us up in terms of the assist. And then from there, just Highsmith's pursuit as a whole. So that's the part that we do love about Highsmith, his athleticism, his ability to pursue, his ability to continue to play with great effort. Now, when we watch the homie Y.A. Black, this is why I say he makes this play, though. Big men have to run. He's at the nose guard spot right over the center, man. And he's stunting to his left. But then from there, he reads past, foot in the ground, change direction. I mean, they ran this drill at the combine. This is a drill that we run in practice, whether we're starting it or to end defensive periods. It's called cover down. It's called, pursuit drill. You want to see a big man put a foot in the ground, change direction. All right, then have to change direction again. Because if he doesn't run the way that he's pursuing right here, Highsmith never gets a chance to come back and makes this play. Why? Because Lamar's going to take off. He's running up these numbers. But because Y.A. Black's play recognition, effort, and athleticism, you see his ability to pull this up and ultimately help Alex Highsmith. And then, of course, like I said, man, Brandon Echols also does a good job of coming to the party and just showing color, right? Sometimes just a flash of color will make a quarterback have to cut a different direction, and that's what you see all working together right here. Excellent job by this defense on this play. Now, the final play we got to talk about is the sack by the young boy Derek Harmon. And you're going to say, he got a sack in this game? Yeah, he did, man. But let's talk about why it was a sack and what stood out about the play. Now, before we get to Harmon and his effort and athleticism, let's just strictly talk coverage. Strictly talk pre-snap disguise. They are playing cover one here. But the thing that I love is this, man. Pre-motion, you got Eccles locking the point. You see Jalen Ramsey and the other defender a little bit walked back, right? So everybody's on different levels in terms of how they want to play that bunch alignment. Now, post motion, you see the point defender back off and he's communicating. You see him pointing up. We call this lock and level because they're playing man to man. So all three of those Steelers defenders are guarding all three of those Ravens defenders one on one. But you don't want to run into each other. So you have to get on different levels. So when these guys routes begin to open up and develop, we on defense will have enough time to stay on top of the routes and not pick each other off. So I love that pre-snap communication by those defenders over there, pre-motion to post-motion. And then from there, obviously, as the play progresses, you see all those guys with nice, excellent coverage, man, nowhere to go for Lamar. Now, when we get to the tight copy, let's watch the big man work. Derek Harmon, man, he's aligned to the right side of the screen directly over number 70, the right tackle, right? But just watch his athleticism, man. Watch his change of direction. Watch his burst. This is what makes him special. I like the fact that he was working a rush move, man, trying to get that arm over. But, okay, it got stopped. But watch his foot in the ground. And this is Lamar Jackson we're talking about, man. He doesn't just catch Lamar. He doesn't just, Lamar ran out of bounds and he was the nearest defender, so that's the sack for him. No, dude. He actually gets to Lamar. That's the special part. This is freaky athleticism, man. Big dude like this being able to pull, that type of acceleration, change of direction versus Lamar Jackson. Gotta have a game. This right here, man, is really impressive, man. That's why you go get dudes like him in the first round, man. Love, like I said, early on, if we want to critique the pass rush, all right, pad level's a little bit high, man. You're kind of jumping through this thing versus, being aggressive and stepping through it. But at the same time, it's like, man, I love the fact that you're working a rush move, trying to flip those hips, man, get around the corner. But to me, man, when he puts that foot in the ground and bursts to go get Lamar Jackson, that is special. And that was our third sack of the game, man. Like I said, man, production. So you see, whether you're talking rushing the passer or just pressure in general and creating turnovers, what this defense is capable of, regardless of who they're playing against. Hopefully, we get more and more of this because we got postseason action. But you guys let me know in the comment section what stood out to you the most and what are you hopeful to see come Monday night. But either way, I appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, baby, peace.